It's time for the October edition of Shop My Stash. Those of you that have been with me a while and have watched me do Shop My Stash videos, you will notice my basket is not too full this time. It's not overflowing. Let's get into it and I'll tell you why. Hey howdy, hey y'all, Leanna here. I almost didn't do an October Shop My Stash because I was feeling kind of down in the dumps about it. When I went to pull all of my products that I had chosen for the month of September and put them away so that I could do my October Shop My Stash, I realized for probably the third or fourth month in a row that I had not used a lot of those products. There are a lot of the products from September I never even touched them. And I thought, why am I doing this if I'm not going to use the darn thing? So I have a plan. Alright y'all, here's my problem. I get very ambitious and I pull all of these products and I'm like, oh, I'm going to use them. I'm going to use them because if you think about it, I go to work at least 5 days a week, sometimes more than that. So that's 5 times a week that I'm putting on my makeup. Times 4, that's 20 times that I put my makeup on. And if I'm doing a video, I'm putting makeup on for that too. Probably something different than what I wore to work. However, I'm not a morning person. I'm trying to be a morning person, but I am a night owl. I have always been a night owl. I come alive at night. In the morning, I am like a snail. I'm sluggish. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. So I normally do whatever's quick and easy so that I can get out the door and get to work. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is I pull too many things, so then I'm overwhelmed. Yes, my dear friends, I get overwhelmed too. I know some of y'all will find that hard to believe because y'all just all seem to think that I have my shit together, and I don't. Not all the time. I get overwhelmed too. I pull too much, and then it overwhelms me. So I was determined this time that I was not going to pull too many products. And another reason I'm not pulling too many products is because in the spirit of just jumping in and going ham, I have jumped into the panning projects and I just signed up for 4 panning projects on top of the deck of panning that I'm already doing, which I'm going to do. Hopefully they're going to do deck of panning for 2024. Because I am loving that and I want to keep doing it. But I have been bit by the panning bug. So I have 4 new projects that are getting ready to happen. And I'm like, how am I going to use all the products from all the panning projects and use the Shop My Stash? That's a lot of makeup. So I didn't pull as much makeup. I did do quite a few eyeshadow palettes. But I have right now... I have 1 eyeshadow palette in my deck of panning. So, but normally I pull way more than 4. 5? 1, 2, 3, 5. I pulled 5. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Shop My Stash project. Before I can roll these products out, I got to use them. And I got to use them a certain number of times. I don't know the number of uses. I'm going to log them because I have a spreadsheet where I put all of that on. I'm going to log them and then I'll figure out how many times I have to use them. And if I don't use them, then they have to stay in until I use them because I have tons of beautiful products and I want to use them. So just doing a Shop My Stash, there's no challenge. I'm like, well, I didn't use this stuff, but I'm not telling anybody. I'm not doing any reviews at the end of it or letting anybody know. So now, in November, when I do my November Shop My Stash, I have to let y'all know. Y'all are going to hold me accountable. Did I use it? And you will know whether I did or not, because it'll still be there. We'll see if some of the products end up being there for a long time. But the great thing about the Shop My Stash too is, like in this basket of products, I have some things that I've never used before, and that's quite exciting. But also, doing all of this, I'm really learning what I like and what I don't like. And if I don't like something, I am not going to use it. I'm going to put it over in the declutter bin, and I am not going to force myself to use it. I don't care how much money I spent for it, because why am I going to force myself into something that I don't like? That being said, I've been blabbering for 4 minutes. Let me show you what products I pulled. Actually, the Wheel of Death pulled most of them. There's some that I just put in here. Let's go in order of which I put it on my face like I normally do. I am going to use this Lancome face primer that I got in my Lancome gift box, because I just got this and it's new, and so I want to try it out and see how I like it. I love the cute little spatula. That is so cute. I did not, I'm out of order already. I did not use this Laura Geller Spackle Mist that I pulled in September, so I'm leaving it in because I really do want to try it, and I actually did use it with this look that I have on now, which when I get that uploaded, I will put that up in the iCard. This smells so good. It's coconut water, and it smells like coconut, and I absolutely love it. Loved it. So I'm glad that I left that in and that I actually used it. The Pure Cosmetics powder. This is Picture Perfect HD powder. I did not use this at all. I didn't even, if you remember last month, it was not even open. It had the little cover on it. I used it today in my look to get ready. So I am leaving this in so that I will continue to use that. I did not try the Professional Pore Primer from Benefit, so I'm going to leave that in as well so that I can try that out. For my liquid foundation, I am going to use this e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I have not used this in a while, so I want to use this and see. I can't remember whether I liked it or not. That's how long it's been since I've used it. That was my liquid, and for my powder, I'm going to use this KVD Lock-It powder foundation. This is in medium 155, and I have used this and I do like it, so I'm excited about that. I did not use the Mud Masky Glowy Illuminating Blush Drop, so I'm leaving that in to give that a try, because I was excited about that and then I didn't use it. Eye primer. The Wheel of Death picked the Sigma eyeshadow base primer in the shade Sorbet, which is like a pink, peachy pink shade. I don't think I've ever used this, but I have several of these and I do like them. So for blush, the Wheel of Death chose this Laura Geller Hollywood Blushing Baked Blush Trio, and I may have used this once. I can't remember, but it's very glowy, and I'm not real big on glowy blushes, but your tastes change, so you never know. I might end up liking that. It also picked this Dominique Cosmetics Cream Blush. This is in the shade Soft Pink, and I have used this and I really did like it. So I'm excited to use this again. This is a very nice cream blush, and going into the winter months, you know, your skin gets drier, and so cream products really help. I need to name my Wheel of Death instead of calling her Wheel of Death. Y'all let me know down in the comments what I should name her. She chose this bronzer. This is the LA Girl Matte Bronzer in Sunset Glow. And I may have used this once. It is a very nice bronzer, and I love that it is a cool tone. I love a good cool tone bronzer. I did not use my ZC highlighter last month, so I'm leaving that in. I did use that on my cheeks and my nose today. She picked this Hourglass face palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit. It's a very pretty palette, and I do have this blush on today. I have used that. Oh, and this primer. This is an eye primer. It's Blend is the shade, and I just got this today. This is Give Me Glow. They were having a sale, and I got this for $3. I'm quite excited to give this a try. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the Lancome that I just got. The Booster. This is the Booster. It's like a primer, and then the mascara. I have used this a couple of times, and so far I'm liking it, so I'm going to keep trying that. And then I just got this Maybelline because I need another mascara like I need a hole in the head. This is the Falsies Surreal, and I wanted to give this a try because this is not terribly expensive. The packaging is very cheap, and I don't know if you can see where it's, you know, it's already right there. It's all scratched up, and I mean, I know the packaging and stuff is cheap, but really, it's already all scratched up. It came that way. For lips, I find I do not reach for my lip products, and I love to wear just a lip liner. I will do my whole lip in a lip liner and be just as happy as I could be, and I love this Persona lip liner. It is 90210. So I chose that, and the wheel chose the Milani Understatement lip liner in the shade Shoop, which is my all-time favorite. I love this. Love it. It is so good, and it's got a cat hair on it. Cat hair permeates everything. I did pick, or let the wheel pick, a gloss. This is the Sigma gloss, and I don't remember what the name of it is, and I'm hoping that this is the right one because the words are so tiny that I couldn't tell you, but that's the only Sigma gloss that I could find, so I'm guessing that's the right one. She also picked this little Juvia's Place. This is Kiwi, I think is the name of it. This is just a little mini. Very pretty shade. I do like that. And I left this ZC liquid lipstick in here. This is XO3 because it's a beautiful fall color. Shade. It's a shade. So I want to use that to go along with these pretty fall palettes that I have. The little thing is so cute. So cute. I also picked a fragrance. This is Estee Lauder Modern Muse. I will be using that for the month of October. And the rest of the products that I have are eyeshadow palettes. I am going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance. This is their newest palette that they just released, and it is what I have on. Love it. Love it. I love their palettes. I am going to use the Gemini 2. Most of these palettes were palettes that I chose in the top 10 fall palette collab video that I did with Andy from Andy Does Stuff. I'll have her video linked down below. And I have not used this palette, so I thought, okay, it's a beautiful fall palette. Let's get it on. Nomad Berlin Underground. I mean, to me, this is a beautiful palette. It is beautiful. I've never touched it. Never touched it. I'm sure that I've had this over a year, and I've never touched it, so going to be using that. And I pulled this Dominique Cosmetics Transition palette because it is an all matte palette. Look at how pretty that is. And I have some new products. I just got a palette from Adapt Cosmetics, and it is nothing but shimmers and glitters and sparkly multi-chrome goodness. So I'm not going to wear that just by itself, so I pulled this so that I can play with it, and with those, you know, this is like the companion with those other shades, and these are beautiful fall colors, so I'm super excited about that. And then this intimidating monstrosity right here. This is a ginormous palette, and I'm not gonna lie, this palette intimidates me because there are just so many variations and things, and there are reds and all the things. So what do? We're gonna just jump right in, and we're gonna use it, and we're not gonna be afraid, we're not gonna be intimidated. Who is scared of an eyeshadow palette? I mean, really, come on. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to set a usage goal to make sure that I actually use it. Those are all of the products, because I'm going to be rolling things in with these 4 panning projects that I have signed up for. One thing that I do want to share with you is this Ace Beauté Ultimate Sculpt Face Palette. I don't remember, I may have had this in September. It was either August or September that I pulled this into my Shop My Stash, and I didn't like it. These shades are too warm for my skin, and I was like, well, that's a shame, because I love Ace Beauté. I believe I got this in one of my subscription boxes. And I thought, well, that's a shame. What am I going to do with it? I guess I'm going to have to declutter it. But this shade here is amazing for my eyebrows. And I don't know why I never thought about using a cream sculpting palette to do my brows. I did not use it today for that, but I'm just giving you ideas. If you have things like this, try using them in other ways. You don't have to use them in a traditional way. You know, you can do other things with them. So try taking some of your makeup and repurposing them to use in other ways so that you can get some use out of it. And if you can't, and you just don't like it, just let it go. Just let it go. So we'll see how we do come November. We'll see how much I actually use all of these beautiful products for the month of October. So make sure you come back in November to see how I'm doing. I'm counting on y'all to hold me accountable. Are you doing a Shop My Stash? How many of you do a Shop My Stash? Let me know down in the comments. I want to know. Before you go, make sure you show that like button some love. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Y'all hear them fools in there talking.